Hey everybody.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Roleplay. I'm your host Duhad. Joining me as always are our players Belial,
Hello.
Winter,
Moo moo.
and Diffrog.
Are we really always here, though?
Well, not always, and some
Well,
of you
yeah,
and others,
Zombie
but
Cam's usually here, but
Zombie Cam is
he's
microphone.
been pooped recently.
Zombie Cam's microphone remains an issue, and we'll continue to not have him around for the
On the
time
plus
being.
side, I have a new microphone, which you may or may not hear. I have no idea.
It's somewhat noticeable, but yeah, no. Belial has a new microphone, which is very nice. And we are also missing Morath, who is his birthday today. So happy birthday to Morath. This will probably not go up until tomorrow, but the 27th is his birthday, and congratulations to him. Very happy birthday.
Another year closer to the grave.
One year closer. But yeah, so we pick up with our heroes where we had left them off, just having escaped Atlas after several earth-shattering revelations. It's actually sort of a shame that Morath isn't here because a great deal of them were related to his character Red. But just to recap for our latecomers and people who might have forgotten, Red's wife is working for Atlas. She was, after her supposed kidnap and murder, it turned out that she was actually working for the Atlas corporate states. It turned out that Raph, our intrepid hero, the leader at any rate, has actually been, there's a secret personality lurking within his AI core which can actually take over his entire body, and who has plans that are very much at odds with the rest of the crew. Well, at least some of the rest of the crew. We still have yet to figure out exactly where Red stands.
If any.
Meanwhile, Lucretia and Kaufman had effected an escape, out of the games before anything too exciting could happen, and joined up with the rest of the crew, who escaped with the help of Jester, the Atlas, dude who you guys had been, tricked by in the first place. And now the crew has, along with their old pals who had originally tried to hire them to, strike a blow against Atlas, escaped. Again, very much kind of a quotation thing. Atlas sort of basically just let you guys leave because some of you are now working for them. And you are now reconvening at a long-abandoned mining station out in the middle of, nowhere. Along with the crew of the Jade Salmon, who are very interested in finding out just how the hell you managed to escape and what your plan is going forward. But we join you now as you dock with the mining station. You will be here first because your silent jets allowed you to get here without being trailed, where they're taking a more circuitous route to ensure that they're not going to be followed.
Okay.
So that's everything that's happened recently, and now we pick up again with the crew getting back together, and apparently whatever. Like at this point, I'm just gonna say that that Linda, Zombie's character is Linda, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Linda has not been tired, but is actually dealing with the space flu, and now so is Morath.
Space.
So is Red.
I love it.
Yeah. It's space flu season, So she's going to take some space antibiotics and try and sleep it off in her space.
That won't do a damn
Space
thing. Space flu is a virus. She's going to need some space Tammy space flu.
That's true. That might be the case.
Man, she should have taken her space vaccines.
Well, she's a space anti-vaxxer, so...
Oh. Getting space political, eh?
A little bit. Space politics are not a subject I want to get too much into right now, but...
Yeah, especially about space...
Oh, April,
space
you really don't have a
presidents.
choice in this.
Well, you know how space Australians can be about this sort of thing.
That's true. Space Australia is a bit weird.
Yeah. Anyway, jokes aside, yeah, you guys have docked, and the doors have opened up. You have access to this station. It's been long abandoned. The entire place just... It's got that musty old smell of dust and rot and, decay. Like, very little was left on this place to actually, rot away, but what little of, like, wood and furniture and, books and old little scraps of food and stuff have basically rotted into mush by this point.
Okay, can we hear the sound of any life support working here?
Yes, it has been
Okay.
but as you can probably tell, this place has only recently been reset, and has almost certainly been done so by, if not the crew of the Salmon, another similar crew of smugglers or pirates or the like, who would have been using this place as a temporary hideout.
Okay. Everyone who needs air, bring a breath mask along. We don't want you to stumble into a room full of dead air and suffocate.
Yeah. That's probably a good idea. Reaches over and grabs one.
I think that's basically everyone who actually needs to breathe.
Well, also all the minions.
Oh yeah, your crew. Are you bringing out the PMCs, or are you going to? Who do you want to bring with you in this?
I'm not really bringing anyone with me at the moment. I'm gonna have them go ahead and stay on the ship for the moment.
Okay.
Essentially, I'll leave in reserve my choices.
That's fair. They'll set up a perimeter, make sure no one screws with the ship.
Yeah. All right, let's go exploring.
I just realized the doctor got the space flu before they could heal me. Fuck.
That happens
Yep.
sometimes.
Yes.
And that's what happens. That's what happens when you trust in psychic power over a good old-fashioned medical injection.
Yeah, she's been trying to use her own psychic powers to heal herself, but as it turns out, she's got one of the symptoms of the space flu.
I'll fix my brain with my brain melting beam.
Yeah, it's heavy headaches that are making it impossible for her to concentrate.
Ugh.
Pretty ugly. So yeah, no, you as you
Ruby
take
Quest teacher nothing. Don't open your third eye.
there you go.
Man, I'm so glad that I didn't catch the space bird flu.
Bitch. Can I roll medicine just to bandage myself up?
Oh, hey, I can help you out with that.
You
Or-
can, but I'm assuming you probably already at least bandaged yourself on the
Yeah.
over. I'm assuming you're not continuously bleeding everywhere.
Yes.
What
Yes,
does
I know.
sickness
I'm
feel
just
like?
trying. Can I heal? Is
No.
pretty much what I'm asking. No. Okay.
No, you're not gonna be able to heal
Oh.
anything right now. You
I've got
actually
medicine.
haven't had time to rest. You basically have arrived, and now you're checking this place because you probably don't want to use this abandoned station as a field hospital.
All right.
Got a med bay.
Yeah. If you want to come back here afterwards and have whoever else can serve as at least something of a doctor, you can always do that afterwards.
All right.
But for the time being, you've basically just arrived, and that was immediately after jumping out of Atlas.
All right. Cool. Establishing times is important. Anyway.
Yeah. So as
Yeah.
you
Let's look around.
walk out and enter into the place, you see the whole thing is very dark. It's running on minimal power to maintain life support and some level of gravity, so you don't go floating through the halls. But it's light. It's dark, but it's gravity's light and lights are dark.
I will hold a flashlight in my beak and flap along.
Fair enough.
Well, actually, I have hands that I can work with. Yeah, I'm actually going to take this opportunity to fly a bit.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's a nice feeling. It's a little bit weird flying in low gravity because your body's kind of designed to deal with air currents and stuff, and gravity is just sort of weird this way. But it's nice to finally have a chance to stretch your wings.
It's like being back on one of the battle cruisers, really.
Actually, yeah, this would be very familiar to a military bird such as yourself. But yeah, as you go through the thing, ATEC starts filling you in on everything that happened over the trip. Edited version, at the very least.
Right.
Yeah. So, here's...
Do I have room to define what she tells me?
Oh, absolutely. I'll give you this one.
Excellent.
I mean, I'll allow this. There's a question I gotta ask though. When you got knocked out, like one thing that I need to know about Atex telling you stuff is that when you and Red were knocked out, you ended up feeling kind of sore in your head. Charlie probably knows exactly what happened, but
You mean Oscar?
Oscar. God damn it! I've remembered that it's a military code, and now I'm just like going to never get that.
You know, I honestly didn't think of that. I just went with Oscar the Grouch.
Oh, that's good. Okay, fair enough.
He pops out of a can in my head.
That's super good.
That's pretty
Okay.
good. No affiliation with Sesame Street.
Oh yeah, no.
Yes,
affiliations,
no.
Stupid. Yeah.
Despite the fact that I am in fact a big bird.
Aw.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So Atex doesn't. I want to know. Does Atex like? fill
Atex
you
would
in
know
on the fact
everything
like-
that Oscar knows.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess Lucretia is Barney then.
Yeah. Well, it's been like would Atex tell Raph why
Barney
his head
isn't
hurts?
in fucking Sesame Street.
Why his head hurts so much, even though there's no scarring and no obvious signs of anything besides like a nasty bruise.
Right. So the running story I think that Atex would give is that Atlas injected him with something to mess with any memories that he would have gotten out of the whole thing, and luckily for him, Atex was able to record everything, so she's able to fill in the gaps.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's probably a drug reaction.
Okay. That works.
How true this is?
yeah, well,
untrue.
Yeah. So okay, fair enough. So that's what's getting filled in for you. Meanwhile, for Kaufman,
Yes.
does Soft Serve come with you on this expedition?
Yes, she does.
Okay, so because you shoved her in a Chiron female, body chassis for the most part, she's actually able. Both of you have been somewhat designed around the idea of being able to kind of crawl around in tight spaces. So when the gravity is as low as it is, instead of bouncing like everybody else, you actually have like essentially like mini claws that allow you to kind of get a better grip on the surfaces. So you're just walking along normally.
Nice.
And Soft Serve is asking you about the exactly what you're going to do now that now that you are well and truly shut of Atlas. Now that you're pretty thoroughly banished from that whole system. And she asks, Kaufman, what do you intend to do next now?
I am planning to repair myself.
In what ways are you still damaged?
Mentally.
Your brain seems to be running at mostly full capacity. Is there something else that you need running inside of you besides your basic processors?
Yes.
And what is that?
My emotion core.
Your emotional core has been damaged, but I am not sure it is necessary for your proper functioning.
Proper functioning is not my motivation.
I see. It simply seems odd to me that, given the interesting decisions made by our organic companions, that you would wish to deal with the emotional complexities that they must. What
He paused
value
for a
are there
moment.
in emotions?
Mechanically, they allow for greater purpose, as well as, in your case, the option to sell ice cream better.
That would be a fine function to achieve. I would indeed love the ability to better serve ice cream to more people across the galaxy. if emotions are a gateway to doing so, I fully embrace your idea, Kaufman.
Yes. I am content.
I as well. Meanwhile, you, Lucretia.
There you go.
Yeah, you recently used some of your GFP to give tough to your companion.
Hardy,
Hardy, yes. So how does that happen? How does that go about occurring?
I'm going to say that this was done during the prison, while we were in case before Kaufman arrived. Were they at the same time? I don't remember. Either way, and with a bit of tinkering from Lucretia and all the scrap metal, Lucretia designed a slightly bulkier bot that Sagittarius took the form of and then proceeded to duplicate throughout.
Wait, so Lucretia built a robot that your symbiotic parasite turned into increasing.
Well, it took that as an idea. I don't know how I want to describe this. It took the idea. I don't know how I want to describe it.
All right, let's think about that for now. For the time being, Lucretia, you've managed to get your parasite.
What's the max? What's the max a skill can be for a sidekick again?
Just look it up in the book. I think it's 6, but I don't want to say for certain off the top of my head.
Is it?
Probably, because I think it's 4 for
I think that's
dependent, 6 for sidekicks, and 8 for partners.
No, okay.
Yeah. But again, you can take a look it up. I might be off by a number. But yeah. Point being.
6. Yeah, you're right.
All right, cool. So yeah, Lucretia.
Yes.
As you are, going through this thing, you notice that the design of this entire place is very different from just about anything you've had a lot of experience with before. It's similar to Atlas. A lot of the design aesthetics are similar, but it's not cleaner. Obviously, the whole place is kind of a fucking mess. But its design seems less cluttered, a little bit more simplistic. Not in the way that it's not as fancy, or no, exactly the way it's not as fancy. It's it's kind of, it strikes you as more conservative than the more garish designs of Atlas, and yet it has that same, general feel. You've not really had a ton of experience with unmodified Federation tech, and this is this is kind of an interesting thing for you because it's not super similar to anything you're really familiar with, and yet the design elements are very much at home for you.
So we're exploring a big ship thing.
Kind of. You're exploring an old Federation mining station that has not been refitted or upgraded in the...
Dang, what a shame.
200 or so years since it was abandoned.
Whoever designed this ship definitely used to be Atlantean, but it's gone. But the Atlas people have gone through some changes that this
raft spins in midair and starts flying backwards. It's Fed Tech.
Fed Tech. Oh yes, Federation. That's what.
Yeah, really old shit too.
It seems so.
I'll be honest, I think this predates Atlas. By a significant amount.
It definitely looks the part, at least.
Would Kaufman have knowledge about this, since Atlas is so fucking obsessed with Federation?
He would have knowledge of Federation tech and design. This is not... this wouldn't be the sort of thing that that Kaufman would have a ton of memories of in particularly glorious style, but he'd have blueprints.
I just want to know in case he needs to work it. or
yeah, you'd have a basic understanding, and Atlas Tech more so than Norseco Tech, and most of the other major corporations on Big Z, is less innovative on Federation designs, and it's more kind of refining.
Yeah, makes sense.
This place was beat to hell a little bit, though. But that could just be the age of rot.
It's just the age.
Yes, however, it seems the cold of space has left it quite preserved.
Yeah, like most of the organics are basically trash, but the everything else is pretty nice. Like there's no rust, there's no damage to the infrastructure. Most of the things that have died and rotted are still kind of just there. It's an odd place.
Yeah. I'm surprised that...
It is a silly place.
Yes. Let us not go to the Federation. It is a silly place.
I'm kind of surprised that a battery would last even under such light conditions for so long.
I'd bet our friends were the ones who hooked up something new.
Yeah, as a mechanic, you definitely know that there's no way in hell that even running on low power, this place would be running all this time. It must have been. You would actually, specifically, Lucretia, would probably get the impression that this place has actually probably, given the rate of deterioration and everything, has actually been run on and off for a good amount of time after the Federation left. Like this place is not recently refurbished.
Yeah. Power on and power off, I guess.
I need to give.
He kind of pats at one of the bulkheads. Yeah, Federation teams use these as bases all the time. Sometimes we run into other people who do the same thing.
Oh, I see. I mean, for a hideout, it definitely is innocuous.
Yeah, they're all over.
As you make your way deeper into the station, you find a room that has actually been set up with portable lamps, like big portable lighting sources, running off of a clearly external generator. And there have been a number of couches and not nice couches, but couches that you might find in a dump, and then dragged out and set up in here. And the whole place, this whole large room that might have at one point been a meeting room, now it kind of looks like a mini home almost. Not like a proper home, but like a place where people could probably camp out comfortably. It is not currently in use, but the lights have been turned on, and it looks like the place has been prepared for visitors.
Cozy.
I guess the Jade Salmon crew knew that we were coming, for sure. Or it could be someone else, but assumptions.
Possibly.
As you look at this stuff, you get a word on your walkies, on your communicators, and
on our walkies.
Yeah, on your space walkie-talkies, and you get a word from the crew, basically letting you know.
Okay, can I use them to read Lucretia's power level?
Yes, it is currently running at over 650 watts of gigawatts of energy to run the power and air and gravity on the station.
Anyway,
gravity is an intensive power.
Yeah, you're. It takes a lot to make artificial gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lot of magnets and swirly doodads are in place. It's
spinning balls that glow.
Yeah, it's a very complex thing.
Very technical.
Yeah, you get a word from your crew letting you know that a ship has just entered the system, and they're registering it as the Salmon.
All right, keep an eye out, and hopefully they don't get followed.
All right, sir. We'll let you know if anything comes up.
Thanks.
Then the line goes dead. Do you want to wait here, or do you have anything you'd rather do? I mean, obviously, probably just want to wait here for them to show up. But if you're really fucking paranoid, you can lay an ambush or something.
Well, Raph at the moment is less than his usual paranoid self, considering that he hasn't ordered the crew to go ahead and search everything for a goddamn tracking beacon.
That is true. You seem to have mellowed out ever since Atlas for some reason.
Must be the drugs.
Probably.
I'm sure it'll occur to him eventually.
Probably. Kaufman, Lucretia?
Lucretia's just gonna...
So the lights are still out, correct?
They're on in this one room, but they're out overall, yes.
I would love to find a place to turn them all on.
Okay. You can try and do that if you want to.
Sure.
Roll me a mechanics plus senses.
Oh, shit.
I was actually gonna do
more of a tech plus senses.
Tech is more to do with computers and digital technology and AIs and whatnot.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Fair. I was thinking of just finding some console to.
If you want to turn on a console and do it that way, then that'd be more technical.
Yeah, sweet.
Okay.
So
go for it.
So tech plus.
Tech plus senses.
Okay. Wow, that was weird. I got both a 10 and a 1.
Okay,
that's
that's fine. Just that's still just an 11. It's actually relatively.
No. That was my roll. That's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I have my skills. Yeah.
But the roll is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's a 26.
Okay, yeah, you have no problem finding an old console, and though the power inherent in the station right now is not enough to really kind of get up and running, you divert a little bit of power from your own systems, turn the thing on, doodly-doodly-doodly-doo, and find out that you can. You can't turn it on using the computer, but what you can do is you can go a little deeper into the station and, essentially engage one of the emergency generators that has been left dormant, and that would give you enough power to light up the station.
All right, sweet.
Okay, so yeah, you want to go and do that?
Yes.
Okay, so Kaufman and I assume Soft Serve go hunting deeper into the bowels of the station, and we'll deal with them in just a moment. In the meantime, the rest of the crew, you were there when the crew of the Jade Salmon arrive, looking tired and a little stressed out, but happy to see you nonetheless. Kat especially, basically takes the opportunity to shake Lucretia and Raph's hands as soon as she sees you both, and says, "God damn! I didn't expect you guys to come roaring out of Atlas the way you did."
Thanks for coming by.
I'm afraid we weren't able to cause quite as much chaos as I had hoped.
Well, yeah, you didn't exactly get the moon I was sort of hoping for, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with just the fact that you guys managed to tweak the noses of Atlas as much as you did. And they're not going to forget something like this that quickly.
Probably not.
She looks around, seeing that she can't really see anyone else, and is like, I hope your crew made it out for the most part.
They did. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of a contagion issue.
Hell yeah. No, this place, those damn cages they put you in, they're filthy. I'm sorry for that, but glad no one died. It's kind of shocking, actually. I was, not to be all.
I was hoping so I could watch it on television.
Yeah, it's not to be morbid or anything. I was genuinely convinced someone was going to die. It's a very rare thing to get out of Atlas in one piece. And she reaches down and taps her metal leg.
Well, I nearly didn't.
Fair enough, but seems you managed it. Congratulations. She reaches into her into one of her into her her bag. She has a bag with her and pulls out a handful of large note
denomination.
Denomination. Thank you. Pounds beryllium, credits, and hands them to you. It's not everything. It's not the entire promised price, since you didn't technically get everything, but I feel like you did more than enough to earn at least some compensation.
We are quite thankful, and I'm sure that the boys will be happy that a round can be bought for them.
Yeah, well, they definitely have earned it. Let's hear it.
He tucks them away. I should actually also give you some good news.
Oh?
Our escape was facilitated by Atlas Resistance.
Jeez. She looks like floored by that and says, Atlas Resistance? Really?
Yeah. They're not the most effective, but it wouldn't have been possible without a resistance working inside. They were able to get us access to the ship.
Holy... She rubs her head. I knew that... Well, I mean, yeah, I when I was a kid, I kind of got caught up a little bit with that stuff, but it was never anything more than just, stupid kids getting themselves into trouble. I'm shocked they managed to pull off something like this. Maybe Atlas isn't as strong as it once was.
They're a bit more than that now.
Wow, well...
I just hope they'll be able to continue operating with the crackdowns that are sure to follow.
Yeah, the people you met there, did you remember any of them? Any names, any faces?
I've got a list, but I don't remember. I was drugged while I was in there. Luckily, I had a recorder running.
Yeah, she looks noticeably crestfallen, but nods and stuff.
I'll share with you what I can.
Alright, yeah, thanks. Just, I'd love to know if anyone I knew back on the planet is still alive and, actually doing something other than just keeping their head down.
On the private link, Raph goes, Atix, go ahead and put together a file for her.
Atix agrees and starts, manufacturing something. Meanwhile, down in the bowels of the ship, Kaufman, you find the power systems, like the old backup generator.
Yes.
It looks bad. It looks pretty damn bad. And you actually notice that, the computer had basically told you that, you should be able to just turn this stuff on. But now that you're down here, it looks slashed. It looks like someone had come in here and deliberately sabotaged the systems. And this damage looks way too recent to be, just something from when from them trying to scuttle the station when they originally left or something.
Do we all have communicators with each other?
Yeah, you guys have basic communicate. I'm assuming basic communicators are free. You got essentially walkie-talkies.
Bird citizen.
Go, Kaufman.
I have found the generator.
And?
It is damaged.
Damage how?
Is it animal slashes? Or is it
No. It looks like someone put a small shape charge on it and blew the shit out of this place.
Explosives.
Repeat that.
Explosives.
Right. He looks up at the crew of the Jade Salmon. So, crazy question, but when you set up here, you didn't decide to set any demolitions on the generators, did you?
Lucky shakes his head and says, this entire station is unstable enough as it is. We try not to poke holes in it.
Right. Kaufman, can you estimate for me how recent the demolitions was?
Can I do that?
Yeah, roll me mechanics plus senses this time to
would it not be a demolitions roll?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, you can roll me. You can roll
it doesn't
me
really
or
matter because they're both the same in my skill.
Either one will do in this case.
Oh, hey, that's all right. Roll, dang. Demolitions plus senses.
Yeah.
23.
Okay. Yeah. You can tell. Okay. So you can tell a couple of things from this. The nature of the explosions indicates that whoever did this was at least something of a pro. Like this is not someone like jamming a grenade into like the generator and then just blowing it up. Like this was a pro job. It was also very recently done, within the last like day or so. You'd imagine like there's still some residual like ash and soot around the blast radius. And the other thing, like the last thing you can determine from it is that because of the nature of the explosion, this would have had to have been done using like some form of shape charge. Like this would not have just been a simple, like again, like you kind of already got this a little bit from the nature of the skill required, but like this is not a quick and dirty job. Like this was done very deliberately to cause minimal damage to the station while also cutting all the power out of the backup generator.
Mm-hmm. It was done within a day ago.
Kaufman, rejoin.
All right. I must add, it looks professional. Perhaps something that I've read in one of your biological magazines, and as in.
Okay. Oh
Then
Lord.
he's gonna walk back.
He's going to look at the crew of the Jade Salmon. When did you leave?
We came to get you. We set this place up and then pretty much headed straight out to get you. We've only been gone for a few hours at most.
And when did you set it up?
No more than a day ago. And we didn't set this place up. This place has been used for a while now. We just happen to be one of the groups that comes in here. But nothing seemed out of the ordinary when we came in. We did a quick search around, make sure it was still safe.
One of my people says that there was a pro demo job pulled within the last day.
There's like very, very clear unease going around the room now, and everyone starts like unholstering weapons and moving, out of like obvious like standing with their back to the door or whatever. And
I got a feeling I know who too.
And that's would be?
Well, his plumage isn't quite as bright as mine. But he's a damn good mercenary.
Yeah, at this lucky, start like lets out a mechanical sigh and says, "Oh, this is good. This is exactly what I needed."
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, Cat shakes her head. There was no other ships though. I don't know. If he's here, there's no way he just dropped himself on the station in the hopes that we'd show up and then just waited. It would be suicide.
No, he's got life support. He can keep them close by. He can have comms going.
Maybe. I don't know. This just seems... Oh.
Oh, what?
We might be in a lot more trouble than you think. See, There was something we were going to tell you when we had the chance, and that is that Norsco has been... Well, they kind of took you fleeing towards Atlas as a sign you might have been Atlas agents, so they sort of increased the bounty on your heads.
Oh, no.
Right, go ahead.
And, well, there's been unconfirmed rumors that another bounty hunter's been around this area. And he's maybe the one who came around this part looking for you. And,
lovely. Who do you think it is?
Well, given the nature of the job and the fact that there's a lot of you, and the fact that the order the bounty was changed to a kill order, does the name Manium mean anything to you?
Would that mean anything to me?
Yeah, it would actually. Maybe roll me knowledge plus brains.
This is gonna be good.
Can I roll a streetwise plus brains?
Yes, though there's not a... Wait, is there a streetwise skill?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
then yeah, you can roll streetwise plus brains. Knowledge or streetwise both work in this situation because the reputation works both ways.
My luck! Oh my god, what the hell? Uh, 27.
Okay. So yeah, you rolled 27. You you will know all about this. The frog get
22.
All right, 22. Yeah, you both have heard about this guy. Member of the mercenary union, a guy named Vance Manium. He's Millennium. He's a sort of like a gun for hire, but he's kind of more like he's so basically like, you know, where Eagle Eyes is Angel Eyes is more of a like lawman for hire. You know, he'll bring in people who you want brought to justice. Vance Millennium is more of a bomb for hire. He's a powerful psychic with a particular calling card, which is that he usually, you know, kills everyone very messily in the area that he has been targeted to take out. He's kind of more the guy you bring in when you want to make a very clear message, as opposed to, you know, very clean kill. And he tends to only take jobs that have the very explicit allowance for an extremely large, extremely uncaring body count.
So, just stream of curses from Raph.
Yeah.
Oh god. Not that one.
Meanwhile, down in the hole, down the bowels of the ship, Kaufman and Soft Serve.
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking along, you hear something from down the hall. You hear the sound of metal boots on the surface of the ship, down the halls of the other thing.
Oh.
What do you want to do?
Soft serve.
Yes, Kaufman?
Do you hear that?
I do. It sounds like someone is down here with us.
I don't suppose they are the as in.
It is possible that they are this individual. Do you believe we should do something about them? I am not designed for conflict, specifically, but I would be very sorry if this as in were to harm members of our group.
Do you suppose there is any way that we could take a power source still useful around here and activate a he like leans in as if he's whispering, but he's not because he can't change his tone.
Yeah.
And activate a singular defense device.
It might be possible, but with the damage to the backup generators, it is entirely possible we will not be able to reactivate many of the larger systems.
Perhaps it is best if we were to get to the ship.
That might be a good
to provide
idea.
support.
Kaufman, do you think that it would be wise for us to attempt to reach the ship without making much more noise? I fear our current mode of transportation is very loud.
Yes, I suppose. Perhaps we can turn off the gravity.
That would be possible. All we would have to do is go back to the generator and cut the remainder of the power.
Sounds like a great idea, honey.
Thank you. I appreciate your kind words, Kaufman. She turns around and starts stomping back towards the generator room.
Yes.
By the way, did you make a sheet for her since the last session?
Yes.
Alright, cool. You mind saying that along so I can see what I'm working with
I
you?
did.
Oh, okay. I apologize. Can you send it again?
Okay, I'll send it again. It's
Oh,
in a pre-PM.
Oh, you sent it on the... Sorry, I can't see anything with the way that it's been... the way Skype has been changed. It's super annoying.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Sidekick, blah, 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 soft serve. Okie dokie then. Sweet. Yeah, so you might have to be the one to deal with the heavy duty, side of smashing up this generator.
I rather than making it so that I made it more realistic to what her skills would be rather than what would be the most beneficial.
That makes sense. I appreciate it. Oh, poor dear. Okay, so, yeah,
gosh.
so, okay, so she's going to, so how would you like to deal with the generator? Do you want to, try to shut it down, or do you want to shut it down manually?
Which one? What's the difference?
One of them requires you to carefully turn off all the systems. The other one requires you to shoot the generator until it blows up.
I think I'll try the first one as we're going for quiet.
That makes sense.
And then if that fails, just change to the second one.
That works. Okay, yeah. Roll. You're able to get back there pretty quickly. Roll me your tech plus brains.
Oh wow, Jesus! Angel Witch is working really well today.
Ooh.
Not even giving me negative.
Oh boy.
Boy,
I mean, Wingman hasn't screwed me yet.
that's true. 30.
Okay, yeah, you are able to effortlessly log into the system and cut a bunch of cut all the power to the ship. Instantly, all of you in the control room find that the low gravity that you'd been working with suddenly is gone, and you are now floating into the air. And all the lights, except for everything except for the lights using the external generator, go out with a wink.
What the just happened?
Yeah, everyone starts pulling on masks as you hear the gentle whir of the life support systems cut out. You get
A quick space radio message to
Kaufman, was that you?
Yes, the Asin is with us in the tunnels.
Do you think you can get away?
Yes. However, speaking for an extended period of time may be very unsafe. So I will relinquish
Proceed on your own initiative.
Contact with you for now. Yes. Then,
Yeah. I'm just pulling out a ton of dice right now. Don't worry about me.
Yes!
So yeah, those of you left inside, the Jade Salmon crew is like getting ready to go, and
Let's get the hell out of here.
sounds like a plan to me. How do you want to are you just going to make a fucking run for it, or are you going to try anything to protect your retreat?
Given that we know that we've got a particularly bomb-happy psychopath after us, who is also a psychic path, we are going to go ahead and look out carefully for any booby traps and such as we move. But, so carefully but with haste, and with guns pointing.
That's entirely fair.
Yes, sir, at the ready.
All right, so yeah, as you start going, I want you all to roll me a senses plus notice roll.
Everyone?
Everyone except for Kaufman and Softserve, who are
Okay.
yeah, who are basically at this point like far enough away from this that you have to worry.
18.
18. Okay, you're fine. Everything's good. A little nervous, but you're fine.
26.
You hear something.
What do I hear?
You hear the sound of someone whistling, and that whistling is getting closer. It doesn't it's very faint right now, but like it's close enough that you can hear the person. So that's not a great sign.
Lord save me from gimmicky assholes.
Yeah,
Move.
this guy's kind of a gimmicky piece of shit, and he's on his way.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the others, the Jade Salmon crew has
Inbound jackass, let's move.
all right. The Jade Salmon crew takes a turn. They start moving off towards their own ship. Your guys are going to have to go a little bit further along this corridor in order to get to your own ship. And as you go, Cat calls back to you. If you get out of here, make sure you clear this up with Norseco before too long, or else you're going to have to keep on dealing with this sort of shit. That, or get yourselves a nice, quiet place to lay low for a while.
Possibly both.
Didn't hurt.
Yeah.
You as well.
See you around, hopefully.
As you're calling these things, you hear someone. You finally, Winter also hear this. Someone calling. They won't need it. I'm only here for you.
It's a famous pop song. Oh, they won't need it.
And you start feeling a ripple in the you start hearing like a sound of scraping metal. And if you look back, you'll see that it's like invisible hands are grabbing the sides of the corridor and crushing the metal as the whistling gets louder and louder in like leaps as this happens. Roll
Plan,
initiative.
Captain? Okay.
8. Let's go.
Let's do this. Oh, wow. Got a pretty good roll.
So what do we need to be rolling here?
2d10
yeah,
plus
2d10
higher
plus
agility or
and
hand
hand
die.
No, like what's the ability that we want here?
well, this is just an initiative roll. To if you
right.
have the fast qualities, you will get a +5. If you have lightning fast. Sorry, if you have quick, it's +5. If you have lightning fast, you will get a special extra turn.
Yeah, no. And it's what, with agility, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's agility or
hand-eye, whichever is higher, and then plus...
They're the same.
That's fair.
Okay, 24.
24. And Winter?
Give me 1 second as I'm having difficulty doing math in my head.
Fair enough.
32.
Okay.
Jeez, your fucking hand-eye's huge, isn't it?
No, I just rolled a 9 and an 8.
Oh, wow. Wingman apparently went dormant for now.
Apparently.
Unless it's setting up for the reals.
Oh, it's setting up to kill
Okay, you're actually going to get to go first, Winter. Congratulations. Which also might mean I don't have to roll to find out who gets to be the first target.
I only have 5 health, so...
What do you want to do?
Well, I think I'm just gonna have Sagittarius set up a defensive, wall and just push that towards Vance as Lucretia gets ready. So pretty much defensive positioning.
Alright, going to basically create some cover for you.
Yeah.
That's a really good defense against the psychic. Physical defenses. So Vance is going to try to... You know what? He's going to try and grab your wall.
Oh no. My wall.
So he's going to try a little something here. I'm going to have to look... I'm going to have to quickly just double check something in the book. But he's going to he's going to make it a test against your parasite to try to drag him and you, drag Sagittarius and you back towards him.
All right.
Remember, you're attached.
Yeah. Yes.
So let me just get down to Psi hand. So he's going to try and grab you with a Psi hand. Roll hand, blah, 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 Psi energy. Okay. One's after the doop. One's, twos, however many dice remain. The muscle of the hand, retreats meters. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, he's going to put a lot of his psionic abilities into this thing. Because he wants to basically drag your ass back. Luckily for you, he's kind of unstable. Also, his psychic powers are a bit unstable, so, there's also that. Yeah, so this might... Oh boy, that's still pretty strong. Okay, so we're going to take one more off of that for that, so...
I love how April has to literally nerf it while she's rolling, otherwise it'll kill you.
No, I just realized that one of those was a 3. You're lucky this was not a Psylash, or else you would be dead right now.
I'm sure. I am 100% sure of this.
Okay,
my hits are not enough to do this.
Alright, so, yeah, luckily for you, okay, we'll find out how this goes. Okie dokie then. So 1,
I wish Graham was here.
3, 4.
We could see the psionics fight against each other.
9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I want Sagittarius to roll me a straight muscle roll against me. Just D10 plus muscle versus Vance Millennial's Psi hand.
Vance Manium.
Manium's. I have it written as Millennium, so I'll
whatever.
15.
Who cares? Vance M.
Wingman has gone into dormancy.
Okay, so you got an 8 total?
15.
15 total. Yeah, so he got... So I'm just going to tell you right now, the muscle on his Psi hand is a 13 right now.
Jesus.
So he grabs Sagittarius and just yanks him effortlessly, and you with him, straight back down the corridor, at a high velocity.
Can I try to, put my claws into the floor to try to stop?
Go for it.
Just straight muscle?
Straight muscle. Or... You can try to help your buddy with this.
Yep. Holy. 6 plus 8 is a number. Yeah.
It's a number.
14.
14, nice. So you dig your claws into the metal, and then the metal gives way as he yanks you straight down the corridor.
Oh, Lord.
Oof.
Also, he's going to be dealing a little bit of damage to your little buddy while he's doing this.
I'm sure.
So let's see here. What is? Do you have tough? Do you have any armor for your companion?
Sagittarius itself does not have any armor.
Okay, fair enough. So let me just see.
Money is expensive.
That's fair. Money does indeed cost a lot of money.
Yes.
Oh god, did I fucking miss this?
I just realized my initiative was 3 points higher because of encumbrance. Oh well, I'm still going first.
Alright, fair enough. Yeah, you would have just barely gone first, but you would have still gone first.
Yeah.
So let me quickly find. Actually, if anyone else just knows off the top of the head how much fist damage is, just.
I think it's 1d4.
1d4?
Plus. Oh, no, I think it's.
Just
strength.
straight strength?
It's straight strength, yeah.
Okay, Sagittarius takes 13 damage.
Alright.
From being crushed in this giant psi hand.
Yeah.
The power of his psi hand is very strong.
That is more than
do
half
show get by.
of its health. And
Yeah.
If it's a kick, it's strength plus 1, I think. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Something like that.
yeah, brawling is just straight muscle.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you get hit by that.
Oof.
Physical or stun?
Physical. The stun damage.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Typically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I was physically dragging, but it was a psychic ability.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's you're being physically battered, not psychically battered right now. So yeah. Now that was his turn. So Raph, what are you gonna do?
Curse. Call back to the subordinates to bring me a fire team and bring the rifles.
Yes, sir. We're on it. And they
bring the high quality.
Now
rifle.
I have to chase an asshole, and I'm going to go ahead and fly after him and see if I can get a shot with my pistol.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to say we're gonna figure that one out because Sagittarius is building a giant wall. We're going to say you can take a shot, but as you start getting closer, Vance has full cover. Technically, you also have full cover from him, thanks to Sagittarius' wall, but because the wall is basically just in between the two of you. But unfortunately for you guys, he doesn't really rely on guns that much.
No, he doesn't. This is a Federation-built station, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I can change the angle then.
Okay. Oh, yeah. No, you're able to...
I have full maneuverability here.
Yep. Yeah, this is a good situation for you to be in.
So yeah, I'm going to try and arc out a bit and see if I can't pop him by popping out from behind the wall.
All right, go for it, yeah.
What shall I be rolling?
Well, actually, this was pretty easy for you. You can basically... you'll be able to do that on your own, so you'll be able to get a free shot on him.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 19 on the dice.
Nice.
Oh wow.
That's a pretty fucking good one. He's just going to try
guns of 5 and a hand die of 7. So let's see.
He's just going to try and tank it. Ooh, that's not good.
31.
31. Nice.
And it's an AP pistol for the record.
Okay, 31 on AP pistol?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shit, wow. Wait, hold on. How did you, what did you roll?
I
I rolled a 19 on the dice.
Oh, yeah,
I have 5 in guns.
Right. Sorry. I thought you were I thought you
die.
did 33 damage. Like, holy shit! How did you do 33 damage? With
No,
a
I
pistol?
did not do that much.
Okay, yeah.
My
You hit.
ammo is nuclear rounds.
I load a grenade into the pistol and fire the
Federation laser pistols. When you absolutely, positively have to kill every last motherfucker in the room, except no substitutes.
Fair enough. Okay.
Massive.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, what is the damage code on that damn thing again?
I believe that is a D6.
Small pistol is 2d6.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 2d6.
1d6 if it's stunned.
Right. Yes.
This is not stun.
Yeah.
Good.
Raph does not believe in stun.
Wow.
Okay, that's gonna be an 11.
Oof. Okay, that is enough to put a serious fucking hurt on this dude. Like you hit him, and he's got heavy armor on, but like your shot goes pierces straight through it, and a cloud of blood sprays out into the empty space. Because of the low gravity, it just kind of bubbles and starts floating up, and he looks surprised and weirdly delighted at this turn of events.
One of these.
Oh god.
It is now your turn, Lucretia.
Alright, so Sagittarius is going to push the wall down a little bit as Lucretia gets into range of punching him in the goddamn face.
Okay. He's going to try to parry this using his psi hand. Go for the slash.
Yeah. That is easy. 25.
25. Okay, that is...
You know what's even funnier than 24, Patrick? 25.
Yeah, 25. That's enough to hit. Roll. How much damage do you do?
14.
14 damage. Okay, that is going to be reduced somewhat by his armor, but that is still enough to drop into negatives.
Oh, jeez, wow.
Yeah, he's a
weak boy.
He's a tiny weak boy. Negative. I believe. Yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah, he's surprisingly squishy. You're not sure how he's got such a reputation if he's going down this quickly. You'd think that this boy would have died a long time ago. But that's his turn.
That is the thought.
And he's going to try to Psylash you.
Oh no.
He's going to use only half his dice because he's going to keep the rest for shielding next turn, because he's kind of realizing that this is a situation he probably needs a little defense on, because he wants to make sure you people are dead. But he does, he knows that there's more than just you two.
Yeah.
So he's going to forgo his usual signature move of psi overloading to just try and focus on slashing you down.
Oh god.
So let's use this many dice. Actually, how many is that? That is... yeah, I'll do it. Actually, I'll use this many dice. Now, to be fair, if he fucks this up, he could kill himself with this.
Yeah.
He does not kill himself with this, but he is definitely close. Holy shit, he is if he did one more damage to himself, he would have killed himself with that attack. What is your grits?
My grits is a 7.
4.
I assume that's attacking Lucretia.
Yeah. 4, 8, 12, 16, 25. Minus your grits. 25 minus your grits.
And that's physical or stun?
That is physical.
Alright, so... I am at a whopping... negative 13.
What's your total health?
18.
You are not dead. You are, and so your health is an 18 by default.
I do not have tough or anything like that.
What is your full health pool on modified?
18.
18, and okay, yeah. And how much damage did you just take in total?
18? Oh,
What was that question?
How much health? How much damage did you just take in that one hit?
25 is what you said.
Yeah.
Oh wait, minus the 7.
Minus the 7.
18.
18. So, do you know what that means?
Time for some crippling.
You took a crippling injury. Because there's a side lash, it was specifically to your head. So, you survived that hit, but your eyes start to bleed as your head, like, it doesn't physically explode, but, like, your mind starts screaming as it feels like it's exploding. Like, something in your brain has stopped functioning properly, and you feel just searing agony every time you, every time you try to think hard.
There is a feral roar coming from her.
It's probably a mix of roaring and screaming because, you are basically hemorrhaging hard, and you're dealing with a serious concussion. Luckily for you, it wasn't enough to be a permanently crippling injury, because that would have been bad, but you are going to need actual medical treatment to fix this.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that brings us over to the frog. What does Raph do?
Continue shooting the motherfucker.
That's a fair decision. So he's going to use the remainder of his side dice, and I'm probably going to make it so that you only get half your side dice after you get down to negatives in future, but for now, I'm not changing the rules mid-game. So he's going to use his remaining side dice to try and throw up a side shield. And he kills himself. So Vance, I kind of forgot he was at so low health. So Vance, basically realizing he's going to die if he doesn't do something, throws his psychic energy into creating this force field around himself, this almost impenetrable wall. And as he does so, his eyes just cloud over red, and suddenly he just goes limp, and everything that he'd been pushing up fades away.
Oh, Bolt still goes into him.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, you shoot him. Without his shield up anymore, you are able to just pump him full of metal. Yeah, this is what he looks like. You just pump him full of lead and make sure that this motherfucker is dead. There is no way in hell Vance Manium is going to come back. He has been shot to pieces.
Yes. Also, taking a fucking trophy on this one.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. Is there anything
take his penis?
Is there anything that is a signifying mark on his armor or anything?
He has a distinctive. His chest blade is marked in a very specific way, and you could probably take that.
That's also coming with us.
Yeah, because of how easy genetic modifications are, it's not too difficult to fake someone's stuff. You can get some pieces of his armor that will make it pretty fucking clear you killed Vance.
Yeah. Okay. And with that. And that's actually a secondary thing. First thing is breaking out the med kit and going over to Lucretia.
Yeah, she's in bad shape. She needs help.
Are we off at the ship
now? You're arriving just about now.
Okay.
Continue bringing up those rifles to secure the place. We've got a woman down.
The screaming is now just turning into whimpering from all of the pain.
Lucretia, it's Raph. I'm going to try and help you.
There is a quick nod, and then another groan of pain.
Get Red up off her sickbay.
Red's vomiting in a toilet right now, but we'll see if we can get her, more or less prepped and
good
ready.
thing Saucer has a medicine
any
skill.
drugs that you can. We're gonna need her.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and with that, I'm going to go ahead and try and make a medicine roll.
Yeah, actually, as you do
Can
this,
Saucer assist?
yes, Saucer can assist, and she actually knows a fair bit about. She knows a little bit about medicine.
Let's see.
Roll.
And Atix can actually also assist to check my math.
Nice. Yeah, okay, so everyone who's assisting roll medicine plus brains, as well as the person doing the primary. Anyone who's assisting who rolls a 20 or better is going to be adding a +5 to the roll.
Okay.
She's a sidekick, so...
Yeah. It might be difficult, but if you can do it, then yeah, you'll be getting some benefit.
There is actually someone else who
Atix just made a 20.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Okay, so you'll add a +5 to your roll, but let's find out if...
Soft sword?
Yeah.
Oh, should I roll for her?
Yeah, roll for...
Because I'll be adding it to
Damn,
my
fuck,
medicine.
I'm rolling really well today. What the fuck is this? Jeez.
Well,
I'm barely
Sagittarius
doing anything.
rolled a 19 to assist. So, well, you can't help
24. Wow.
24. Okay, so I've got a +10 on this.
Yep.
Don't get 2 1s.
Yeah, actually, at this point, my brains and my medicine give me a 10 on this, so I did not get 2 1s.
I got 3 1s somehow.
I rolled a 3rd.
Yeah,
Goddamn 3d10.
Yeah,
I was rolling a...
Okay, so it
11.
comes out to actually a 32.
32, nice. Okay, yeah, you will definitely be doing some healing. I'm just trying to look at the medical skill real fast to figure out how much healing you are actually going to be able to do in this field dressing situation. Man, why did I get so many characters' medical skills? Makes it hard to looking for the medical skill. Okay, here we go. I believe this is the... No, goddammit. Hold on. You know what? I should just go look at the health and healing.
Yeah.
That would be the place that you want it. You don't have the rules under medical.
Yeah, you're right. I was being dumb. I'm gonna look it up under the actual medical skill now. The actual healing thing.
Hey kids,
whatever.
Support us on Patreon.
Support us on
Link in the
Patreon.
description.
It's super good. You can see this book that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
If a character makes a successful medical roll after a character has taken more than 1 point of damage, that character can heal 2 points of damage automatically. Once per day of rest.
Okay, yeah, so you'll be able to heal her for 2 for now, which will be enough to keep her from bleeding out all over the floor.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
You'd think that would heal more.
No, I want to prevent, like, magical healing, like, skills. And with the health pools being as low as they are, I want to keep it basically like, first aid is not doctoring. It is, patching up people so they don't bleed out. You're not performing surgery here. You're just, making sure that,
she's medicine.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get Lucretia on like a bodyboard or something along those lines, and thankfully we're in 0 gravity, so we can easily tow her with me flying.
That's right. Yeah, you get her loaded up and without too much difficulty, effectively get her hauled back to the ship alongside.
To the med bay.
Yeah, your crew. Yeah, you get her into like medical and Red staggers in, like looking pale and sweaty, and gets to work in getting Lucretia prepped and ready. It sounds like she's trying to say something witty and acerbic, but she's a little too sick to actually get it out properly. So she
can't believe her and Linda have been faking being sick so they can have hot, sweaty lesbian sex.
That is kind of shocking. I wasn't expecting it, but you know how you get blindsided by these things.
No, I'm not going to make that joke.
Anyway, point is, yeah, you managed to get out of the station, and as you take off, like one of your crew members says, we haven't seen any more ships come into the area, but if Dance was here, I'm certain there'll be more mercenaries showing up soon to collect the bounty if he failed.
Agreed, we're gone.
All right. Any particular coordinates in mind? He looks back in the medical bay.
Somewhere very empty at the moment.
All right. Yes, sir. And they set some random coordinates and jump into border space.
All right. Grab me anyone who's got any engineering background and some spacesuits. We're going to check over this ship, and we are going to look for any homing beacons. I don't want him to have gone ahead and planted any on us.
All right. Kaufman, do you have any mechanical skills?
I have a 1 in mechanic.
Okay, fair enough. Let's probably not have Kaufman try.
I mean, I have 10 brains, though.
If only there was someone who was really good at mechanics.
Yeah,
I have 10 brains and 1 mechanic, so...
well, this would be more of a census thing, because they're looking for something, for a mechanical
well,
device.
he has 7 senses. So.
Okay, yeah, you might be able to help. Just, you might as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
essentially, I want us out in the middle of nowhere so we can look over the damn ship.
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
So I'm actually just going to let you guys. I'm just going to kind of like allow this to be narrated because I, like, here's the thing: you go looking over the ship and you do find a tracker, but it's an Atlas tracker. And while everyone on the ship is like, "Oh fuck," like, "Oh man, it's good thing we caught this one." You as players and you as characters are well aware of the fact that this is basically a made-to-be-found tracker, like just a thing to basically make it look less like you were allowed to leave. After you've removed that one, you cannot find anything else. Like, it looks like Vance, pretty much just planned out just enough to make things nice and dramatic for his plan to kill you all, but he didn't really plan ahead for you guys not dying.
That sounds like Vance. Yeah.
That sounds like the psychotic killer.
However, as you after you finish with that, you do get word that the station was found, and there have actually been some reports about you guys escaping Atlas. As you kind of like tune into the radio.
All right.
And there's not a lot of information. It's not like you get anything specific, but like it sounds like your escape from Atlas has not gone unnoticed by the wider galaxy, and hopefully this might mean that they're a little bit less kill crazy about you now that it doesn't appear like you guys, specifically were working as Atlas agents. Ironically.
Well, we already had Mr. Kill Crazy come after us.
Yeah.
Kill Crazy! Kill Crazy!
Kill Crazy! Like, the reporter, it's, how long do you want to wait out here? Keep in mind, like, while you can stay out here for a while and let Linda heal, even with your stealth drive, people can eventually find you.
You mean Lucretia?
Absolutely.
Lucretia, yes. Sorry. Lucretia, you can wait for Lucretia to heal a little bit, but she will not be able to recover from her crippling injury. And they will eventually be able to find you. And even with, like, a stealth drive, if people really, really want to find you, it would not be impossible for them to do so.
What was the window that we had on the guy that Jester had told Red and I about, or Red and Oscar rather about?
He didn't give you a specific window, but he made it clear you probably would need to hustle on that one in order to actually get to him, because they're at this point waiting for things to cool down before extracting him. But once things have settled, once the dust has settled, they will be bringing him into Atlas, at which point he will be beyond your your grasp.
Okay, so I'm going to bring the crew together.
All right, here's the deal. We may have a way to clear our names. The guy who supposedly died isn't dead. When that asshole, Jasper, decided to go ahead and bring me in and talk to me, he was pretty open. And he mentioned a number of interesting things. One of which is that in the station that we caused so much havoc on starting this whole thing off, they've got the guy who's appearing to be dead. If we can extract him, that'll go a long way towards being able to clear our names. But we don't have very long. Linda, I know you're not in good shape.
I mean, Lucretia.
Sorry. Son of a bitch, you got me doing it.
Oh boy, oopsie doodles.
Oh, ever all the pain. Anyway.
Sorry. Lucretia, I know you're not feeling very well, but we are going to need to move fairly quickly on this. Atix estimates that we don't have very long. It's not a very good estimation at the moment, but our chances go down and trail off to 0 if they bring them back into Atlas space. We pulled that off once, we're not going to pull it off again.
Yeah.
Not that anyone says that at any contract negotiations.
As far as anyone knows, is when you guys go into negotiate a price, you're the assholes who can get in and out of Atlas no problem.
Yes. Speaking of which, because he's holding this in the meeting room, he taps on the trophy case. We did put another feather in our cap.
Yeah.
You say as the... No.
I don't know.
As another assassin appears out of your toilet. It's Slither
Surprise,
Snake
assholes.
Johnson. It's Slither Snake Johnson, the man with no bones.
I'm gonna crawl up your butt.
I'm gonna control you like a puppet.
Well, I figured out that it would take 6 days for Lucretia to heal completely.
Have fun with that.
But yeah, that is not what is going to happen, I'm sure.
Yeah, I doubt that we have that long.
Not for
Actually, speaking of which, does that involve the fact that you are being given full medical attention?
Yeah. It's also counting by fast healing.
Lovely. Was there anything in the fact that we had a med bay that changed that?
Basically, it's allowing
yeah.
you guys to be considered to be under like medical healing.
Okay, so it counts as a full hospital, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the 4, and then the fast healing's another 1.
Okay.
The only other way that you could heal very quickly is if Red comes back and uses her magic healing force to...
Her magical mind beams.
Her mind beams to heal you.
But
We
you
saw
take
really how
3
well that
days.
can work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you
true.
can you can estimate that you probably have 3 days to spare before you would absolutely positively need to fucking like move.
Yeah, you would have 3 days grace.
So yeah, if you guys really want to be able to heal up at least a little bit before you move in, like
Right.
you can afford that.
That would take
Okay.
me out of the negatives, which would be
Now
nice.
it's something.
It ain't nothing. It ain't
Yeah.
nothing.
Okay, so yeah, essentially Raph is going to say, hey, my thinking is that we jump over to that area, prep for as long as we can, and then we go in on this.
I mean, that makes sense.
Sounds like a favorable plan.
Well,
As an addition, when do we
Yes, Carl?
receive our cuts?
Yes, that's right. Raph pulls out the funds that we got for the mission.
When you sort through them, you find that there are 10 resource points, the equivalent of 10 resource points to distribute.
Here we are.
Technically, it's supposed to go to the whole crew, but seeing as 2 of the members are sick, it's entirely up to you as how you want to split it between.
Raph is a good boss.
Okay, good boss, Raph. So each of you can take 2 resource points, and this is not.
So I
paid for-
receive 1 resource point,
Yeah.
if not none.
No, you get 1. It doesn't get reduced down to nothing.
I get rid of. I lose 70% of it. So.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'd still round up to 1.
So maybe I'll take 2 of the sick people's and give them to Atix, because she deserves so much.
Oh, she's been a real hero. Yeah. I mean, no loss to you, like, realistically. She did get you all out of Atlas.
Yes, she did.
You don't know that.
So you can all get a little bit of money out of this.
And of course, some of the rest of it is going to go to the subordinates because...
Yeah.
they're technically a part of me.
Yeah, you get like some of the money that you've gotten, you're kind of spreading around. Like obviously, like you round off that much that you give to yourselves, and then the rest kind of goes to the crew, and yeah, some stuff goes into ship maintenance. There's a reason why it's not hard numbers, and it's instead a rough estimation of your wealth.
But yes, specialists do get more than rank and file.
Yeah, this is your officer pay. Yeah, so once you've distributed the wealth, do you have anything you guys want to do for the 3 days while you rest, aside from Lucretia, who obviously needs to focus on
stay in bed.
Yeah, not like bleeding everywhere.
Mining for bitcoins. No,
So we are actually going to jump into the outskirts there, so we can at least do some surveillance and see what's changed, that sort of stuff.
That's fair. So yeah, tell me guys what you're going to do, and I'll tell you like over that time, because you're not going to get attacked during this time.
Right.
I'll tell you what you see as you wait. So if anyone has anything they want to do specifically, let me know now. Then I will go into explaining what you see.
One thing that I am going to do, I'm going to get in contact with the middleman.
Okay, yeah, actually, that is something you can very easily do. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you will actually, because that will be his whole scene. I want to find out if Blue, you have anything Kaufman's gonna do?
like there's nothing to purchase, and there's
no, just if there was any like projects you want to like put any work into or anything like that. It's fine if you don't. And remember, let me know if you guys want to like use your personal goals or personal faults to get some extra GFP out of this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. We probably need to change our party goal.
We're still unclear our fucking names.
Yeah, fair.
You're still doing that.
Names. Okay.
My personal fault is still pretty much the same. Now I just have two voices in my head.
Oh, God.
Fair.
I'm not.
That being said, I did need to go ahead and define a new personal goal.
That's right. Yeah. Kaufman. Yeah.
What?
I thought you wanted to say something. Never mind.
No.
What is?
I was just looking at the price for the what is it? The symbiotic brain thing.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just like, oof.
How much do you have right now?
I have 1 resource point, and it requires 6.
You might need to take a small loan from your friends. Yeah.
Actually, I do have a personal goal to go ahead and do here, which kind of ties in with Raph.
Kill the robots. What a very specific goal.
Nonsense. Raph is going to try and reestablish, as best as he can, an ATIX net.
Okay.
Essentially tie in the subordinates.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can work towards that. Easy peasy.
So he's going to be going ahead and doing some research on that, I think, in the spare time that he has.
Okay, yeah. And just to give you guys an opportunity to get a little bit of GFP out of this, I can say both of you can spend this time that you spend while Lucretia's healing, like setting up contacts so that you can, like, once you get your names cleared or at least get some money, can just go ahead and buy these things, like when you're next in station.
Do we get any fame?
That is what you get for actually like achieving goals and stuff. Which you will actually, yeah. You know what? You're gonna get some fame. You guys are all gonna get a little bit of fame and from killing Vance.
If it's you get fame for achieving goals, shouldn't I also get some for achieving the personal goal?
No, the fame is a. Wait, hold on. Is it fame or fame is party-wide. Standing is individual.
Okay.
So what you guys are going to get is the party gets 1 fame. I'm going to give the party 1 fame point for having 2 fame points. 1 for having killed Vance, and 1 point for having escaped Atlas. Both those things have made you more famous.
We are now at 4 fame.
What's the max fame?
Yeah.
You can basically I think basically you'll eventually get up to about 10, but you can go over 10. You can get potentially a ton of fame. But yeah, your fame is going up. Your standing hasn't really changed because so far you haven't really specifically done anything that the wider galaxy has looked at and been like, oh wow, what heroes and or villains. But you'll probably be getting that, like, if you can clear your name, you will gain positive standing, and if you decide to just live with your shitty reputation, you will gain negative standing.
Right.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so for now though, you are, you two can. I'll go. Both get 1 point GFP for working towards your personal goal by setting up the contact so that as soon as you go to the get all your jobs cleared up, you can actually try and, if you have the money, purchase these upgrades you want.
Yes. Okay.
Lucretia, what is your personal goal?
I was just about to say, there are some lizards that are getting college tuition currently.
Okay.
Sending money to the family is my personal.
Wait, lizards go to
You'll have to do that when you actually get into the once you get things settled down.
What's your college?
Yeah,
how unorthodox.
My flaw is rushing at obstacles.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't really do that in the fight. If you'd attacked Vance, god damn it. If you'd attacked Vance, you would have gained GFP for that, but because you were trying to play defensive, you won't get one for that.
Yep, that's fair. I knew that.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyway, so 3 days pass, you heal up a fair bit. You're in positive health now, lucky you.
Yeah.
And you are looking at the Typhoon controlled station. Damn it. I want to just push straight forward into you guys attacking the station, trying to get this guy out of there, but without Morath and with this kind of being the big climax of the potentially being the big climax of the arc, I feel like we should probably wait on him.
That's fair.
So
God damn it.
Yeah, so because it's Morath's birthday, I'm not going to try and push it, so far forward that
force him to join.
Maybe.
Hey, stop drinking and get over
here. You guys got to kill Vane.
Stop watching Star Wars and get over here.
Vance.
You got 5. Damn, man, I'm just.
You're confusing your bosses.
I can't believe Linda wasn't able to hit Vane with.
So what we'll have a chance to do actually before we wrap is you'll have a chance to talk to your handler, and we'll let you guys all talk to him just because it'll be the last big scene of this session, and I don't want to have it just be solely a Raph thing.
Yeah.
What was his name, by the way?
His name is Eric
Hamlin.
Hamlin, yep, Eric Hamlin.
All right.
Thank you, winner.
My notes are better than yours.
Yep. I mostly just had to pull it up. Yeah, Eric Hamlin.
I was okay.
So yeah, you ring up, and after a little bit of buzzing, you get through, and he looks like he's got a bruise over his eye, over one of his eyes, and looks like he's kind of been through a fucking ordeal.
By the way, I'm making the call from the meeting room, and I'm currently sitting to obscure our latest trophy.
Fair enough. Yeah, so when you call him, he picks up really quickly, and upon seeing you, it's just like, oh, good. Well, you're not dead. That's fantastic.
Hello, Eric.
Raph, my boy, how are you doing? I was hoping you'd made it off. I heard about your little group escaping, but wasn't sure who actually managed to make it off that planet.
Indeed, we did.
Somehow,
what's with the mouse?
Damn, everybody made it out. Look at that. He rubs his eye. This little souvenir from a particular asshole who came looking.
At this, Raph moves his head to the side. That one.
Holy shit! You did it! You goddamn killed Vance! How the hell did you manage that?
With a pistol.
And fists.
My God, I can barely believe it. Vance Mannion.
It's a shame I already did the Federation laser pistol thing, because that would be a perfect fucking place for it.
Yeah. It's like, damn, Vance Mannion.
Actually, for this, he holds up the pistol. FedTech never fails.
Well, that is damned impressive. I don't know. I've heard reports of him coming back from seemingly impossible scenarios over and over again, but You say you killed him and you ripped his damn armor off. I gotta imagine that he's good.
At this, I'm going to go ahead and send a picture of the mess that was left.
Damn. Yeah, he's not coming back from that one. I'm positive of that. No one walks off of something like that. I think his reputation for immortality is well and truly sunk.
Certainly hope so.
We don't need more of him.
I hope that you bring good news from our friends behind the Iron Curtain.
As a matter of fact, I do. A couple of things, in fact. Interested in buying some information?
You know I am. Always. Especially if it's something that, can help get all of us out of this pickle.
Alright. First things first, I've got a list of some Atlas resistance. Effective Atlas resistance.
Hell, that is valuable.
I thought you might say that.
Alright. Now, you gonna be around the outpost anytime soon?
Got a bit of a thing that I need to deal with first.
Alright.
It seems Mr. Corpse isn't dead.
Yeah, he's kind of like visibly calculating things in his head. Okay, here's the deal. I trust you, Raph. I trust all of you. You're good people. So I'm gonna make you a deal on this. I'll give you part of the payment for this intel up front on good faith. I'll run this by my people, make sure these names are good. If they are, next time you're in station, I'll give you the rest of what you're owed.
Pleasure doing business with you, Eric.
Always. And he types something in. You actually he actually just sends you something in before you've sent the files off, and you see that you've all received an advance of essentially another 2 resource points per person.
Okay, then I get another 1 resource point.
Yeah, but hey, you're only 4 off now.
All right. So the next thing might be even bigger.
All right. I'm all ears.
How does the sound of craft-made cybernetics strike you?
Sounds intriguing.
How does the sound of invasion strike you?
A hell of a lot more intriguing, but not quite in as a pleasurable a way.
Yeah, thought you might say that. Look, I don't have all the details on this, but there's something coming from beyond the rim.
There's nothing out beyond the rim but a bunch of half-starved Alllllso, some Chirons, and a bunch of filthy scavs.
Some people who can go ahead. Some people who can go ahead and craft build cybernetics to a standard pattern.
That can't be right. There's no one out there. There's a bunch of refugees and tribals.
At this, Rafa raises an eye feather.
Right, yeah. I'm sure if you telling me this is probably, you've probably got some halfway decent intel. Still, that's...
I have it from the lips of Atlas's spy master himself.
Good God. He
What did you always tell me, Eric? Always put on a recorder?
You didn't.
It's not perfect. But like I said...
Raph, I could kiss you. My God, this is amazing.
Keep it under your hat for the most part. We don't want the panic to tear this, to start up a war and tear this entire rim apart.
Hey, trust me. Information's my game, but peace is good for business. I'm not gonna start a panic if I don't have to. And frankly, I want to actually take a look at both these this list of names and this recording before we do anything drastic with it. But damn, you when you do a job, you do it well. He looks past you. Hey, look at that! You got a new robot?
Souvenir.
Soft Serve looks at Kaufman. Are they referring to me?
Yes.
I see. Am I then a souvenir?
No.
The captain.
I assume that this is something of a insult.
That is unpleasant. I am sorry to hear
Raph hits mute and turns over. It's trying to obscure exactly all the information about you so people don't get an advantage over you.
Well, yes, but you can do so without insulting my...
Soft served, you are a valuable member of the crew. I'm glad to have you on board.
I appreciate the sentiment. She like, pats Kaufman on the head. You know, like in a way, like she actually rubs his head in a way that's like very similar to ads you have seen of like parents like putting their hands on like children's heads when they're buying their ice cream cones from the particular manufacturer that soft serve comes from.
It's great.
I'm glad that Kaufman is looking out for me, and that I have good friends like you all to, you know, look after my well-being. I am truly a very lucky ice cream machine.
I love this so much.
Anyway, Raph is going to look back at Eric, unmute it. Anyway, in a few days, less than a week, you might hear some big news splashing.
Right, I'll keep an ear out for it, and if you know, when you guys get into Outpost 19, I will make sure you have, you know, an armored car ready to take you, you know, to meet me, so that you don't run into any troubles. I'm hoping you guys have a way of figuring out some way of taking the heat off before then, but even if not, you know, rest assured you will be safe as long as you're in my part of space.
Good to know. We'll talk about this. He taps at his eye then.
Eric nods and the screen bloops out.
Well, he is always the delight.
Yeah, but he's relatively reliable.
I can't exactly go ahead and blame him if he flipped on us after that asshole came after him.
Yeah, that's actually, like, probably the only reason he's not dead right now is the fact that he very wisely has made his, you know, home on Outpost 19, because otherwise, yeah, like, you know, like, pretty much anywhere else in the galaxy, Vance would have just, you know, blown his head up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right then.
Alright, back to it.
Alright, you get your shit ready, and hopefully Red will recover from her sickness, you know, in the next 5 minutes in universe, because in the next, well, join us next time for more Rag-a-Muffins, is what I was trying to get out. Jesus Christ. And we'll hopefully be wrapping up this first major arc of Rag-a-Muffins and moving on to another campaign before too long, but till then, join us next week for the City of Mobius. And then, coming soon, Major Part 3 and a Star Wars role-playing game. Woo! Very exciting, very exciting. Until then, though, we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.